Thank you all for being here this afternoon. And so today we're going to be talking about AI agents. Are they our security defense, or will they become our biggest threat? So quickly, I will just do a TLDR of who am I. So basically, by day, I work as a solutions engineer, specializing in Kubernetes networking and supporting enterprise customers in their Kubernetes networking environment and network security. By night, these days, I try to do some meaningful research into AI security, the trends and the evolutions that are coming through. So basically, the talk for today is going to surround these 5 topics. We'll explore the AI threat landscape, and we'll talk about the issues that we're being faced with with respect to AI security. And also we'll touch on the defensive capabilities, what research is trying to let us know about AI security, and how it can work as a defense mechanism for basically SOC centers. And then there's going to be a conceptual demo. It's not a live production environment. And we'll talk about implementation reality. Now we know that the threats exist. How are we going to be able to match these threats using defenses? And then we'll have an open discussion. I'll try as much as possible to also learn from everyone here today, because this is actually a research that I've been doing in the last few months. And I'd like to understand what has worked for you, if you have actually been involved in AI security on the defensive side of things. So this talk is actually combining research and an honest assessment of AI agents and security. No vendor promises, and there are no production war stories here. So by show of hands, has anyone been subject to AI threat, cyber threat attacks that are being engineered by AI? Cool. Now, these are stats that I've actually pulled from basically different forms of research in the last few months. And we can actually see Hoaxnot actually mentioned in one of their recently released articles that AI phishing engineered attacks have actually improved between 2023 and 2025. Now, they actually gathered their elite red team members and pitted them against AI phishing engineered attacks. Now, at the end of the day, they realized that AI engineered attacks have improved by 55%. Also, CyberAngel is actually also letting us know from a recent study that phishing attacks have also been, most of the phishing attacks that have actually happened in 2024 and beyond have actually been AI engineered by 67%. And the funny thing here is that as much as these attacks are on the rise, it's actually getting cheaper for the red teams that are being that implement these attacks using AI. It's 95% cost savings for them to use LLMs and AIs to actually implement these attacks. So the more it rises, and then the cheaper it becomes for them. Food for thought. And while all these things are happening, what are the security teams doing about this in the heat of the moment? They're all relaxed. And sometimes they do get pushbacks from leadership. What is leadership actually saying to the security team members? Do we hire more hands, or do we just, what do we do? Because AI attacks are surging as much as 67%. This is a study completed by CyberAngel. It's not all that bad, because these same cyber attacks that are being launched, the same AI itself could be utilized as a combative mechanism. So it's not all that red days ahead. There are better days ahead, because according to a study by IBM, we've seen that incident detection that are engineered by AI in security are actually contained 98 days faster than normal resolution times. There's also the efficiency of, sorry, this is supposed to be, there was a study by Exabeam citing that 25% of the time that is being used by SOC analysts is actually being wasted on false positives, where you could have just simply done an AI automation that could save you 2.2 million per year. And also, if we actually implement AI in security, there was a research by Wazu, open source SIEM tool, we all know that. You can get as much as 97% in detection accuracy to resolve these issues that are coming on the rise from AI-engineered cyber attacks. Okay, so I'll just pause for a little bit here, and I'm just going to show you a conceptual demo. So this is supposed to be conceptual. This is what, like the expectation of what an AI SOC should look like. So you have real-time metrics, you have live threat detection. Now, these things are already in existence. However, if you see the difference between AI-processed SOC centers, you have over 2,000 threats responded to in about 4 seconds. I don't think that we have any SOC centers responding manually to this, but this enhancement, this collaboration between human and AI could actually take us to such place. And it's actually 97% accurate. By the way, this is not production environment. This is just a conceptual demo. And you also have an email analysis queue here. And one interesting point here is you have human escalation queue. Now, even if we feel or we know that AI could actually do a whole lot of things, there are still some things that I feel like AI cannot do. And these are actually novel attacks. Things like zero-day attacks. We still need human intervention to combat this kind of issues when they arise, because AI would actually process known patterns, not novel attacks like these ones that are escalated and require human intervention. And then there's also this network behavior analysis. IPs blocked based on certain patterns. Okay, yeah, we already talked about human AI collaboration here, where we have AI handling known threats and patterns, and then we have human beings coming in for escalations. There is always that constant dilemma for security professionals. And here we see one of the security professionals pondering and saying, can I just allow AI to intervene and then triage more than 1,000 security alerts manually, or do I combine that all by myself? But then this could actually result in alert fatigue, where you have most false positives, and it's actually causing burnout in time. So AI excels at handling high volume of routine tasks, freeing human experts for critical analysis and decision making on novel threats, like we mentioned initially on the dashboard. How many security professionals today have actually faced this dilemma, trying to solve everything? Okay. Now we actually talk about implementation. Now, this is the reality of things. And I feel like one of the biggest challenges here is the data, the quality of the data. How do we get that data to be in the right state of mind? And this is just like a timeline that could be feasible or infeasible based on research. So you could start as much as just checking out phishing emails or signatures or any known attacks that you could actually tune to huge amount of data before you can start getting accuracy. And like I mentioned earlier, the biggest challenges remain data quality, integration, and organizational resistance. You know, we usually, when we're facing deployment, this is what we expect to see. However, in reality, this is the chaos behind deployment. And understanding these challenges, I believe, is going to be crucial for successful AI security integration. The good thing is that you can actually start testing these things using open source. Like email security, you could use Elastic Security AI, spam assassin for threat detection, Suricata for network monitoring, Wazoo for SIM. Now, I feel like AI actually, we've seen AI actually, over the past years, it's gone through different phases. So I try to categorize it into these three brains. So phase one, we actually thought that AI is going to solve everything. Do we have anyone in the room that believe that AI is going to solve everything? I don't believe. Vendors actually promised us magic. We wanted to believe it. Now phase two is the middle brain. Now we see, this actually needs work. Reality sets in, tuning comes, and then we start to look at the quality of the data. We've seen AI actually come up with hallucinations, things that are not true. That's why you're always expected to, fact check everything that pops up from AI. False positives, suddenly it wasn't magic anymore. Now phase three, this is where we are now. And basically what this tells us is that, and this I believe is the journey or the final destination where we're heading to, where AI would actually augment human beings and not replace them. That's the lesson. Don't chase the hype, don't dismiss it, find truth in the middle. And I do have some key points here. If there's any things that you're going to be taking away from this, there are three things that I would like you to recall. Number one, the research is real. 97% plus accuracy is achievable. 98 days faster containment is also measurable. Processing millions of events at scale is happening right now in production environments. Point two, the path to perfect AI security is hard. You need adequate planning, at least maybe you could say 2 to 3 months. Fix your data quality first, because it's always going to be 80% of the problem, false positives. And never ever let AI make critical decisions without human oversight. Point three, AI augments analysts. It does not replace them. Anyone selling you replacement is selling you snake oil. Thanks. And
Thank you, Michael. Anyone have any questions for Michael? Yes.
also, Oh, no, you go ahead. I just wanted to just say that if anyone has actually implemented AI security and how it has worked for them, what challenges did they face, because this is kind of like an open discussion, just to learn from what has worked and what has failed. Yeah. Yeah, that was what I was referring to, integrating AI on top of the existing SIM that you have to actually handle the amount of incidents that do occur in SOC centers.
And it automatically does the containment work,
Yes.
does the recovery work, and that whole incident response chain is done through AI.
Yeah. Yeah. Where we have humans stepping in is actually where we have zero-day attacks, escalations that are very critical that AI cannot handle, things that are routine, things that are out of the ordinary. Well,
So the question was, how would AI even know it's 0 day?
that is part of the training that we have to feed into AI once the integration is done. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a question?
Sorry, I was just going to say there was open discussion. I don't know how many people here just went through like last week or this week for Microsoft AI Tour. I'm sure there were plenty of people there too just to look at what vendors are offering. One of the big things that's come out of, obviously we were talking about snake oil and a bunch of other things, is Microsoft's doing a very big push for Copilot. I think we've all seen it in all different areas. Security Pilot and agents are like the next thing that they're pushing through the AI Tour. And I got like a little bit of a demo of that like this week. And a lot of what you were talking about is exactly what they're sort of pushing, is that decision making for a lot of things that are incoming is basically given off to the security agent, versus the human operator is kind of sifting through some of the more higher severity alerts and actually looking at them closely. And a lot of work that needs like, very detailed researcher like sort of items is being piloted off. So just because we were talking about open discussion, I'm seeing a lot of that happening. I'm not sure how our security teams are kind of moving around it right now, but in one way they're happy that they won't have to sift through so many logs like all of people here who do, and in other ways they're still a little bit suspicious about the technology itself. So yeah, I don't know if that helps or not.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Any other questions? Yeah.
So, how do you define the accuracy? I mean, you said that it sits with the information and define as 96 accuracy.
Yeah, that was there was a research article that I was reading by IBM. If I get your question correctly, you're asking how the accuracy was determined.
Yes.
Yes, like I was mentioning earlier, it was an article by IBM that I was reading through, and there was actually, I think there was an integration, LLM integration using Wazo, or our open source SIM tool, integrating LLM to be able to get that accuracy. I could actually send that article to you if you wanted to have a look at it as well. And the demo that I actually did was, it's not a production environment, it's just conceptual. So based on that research, we're able to see that number. Thank you.
Hi. So I went to sector as well, and a lot of people, and even today in one of the presentations, the investigation that was discussed on how to create a playbook for AI incidents really focuses on the logging of basically what the inputs are in the prompts in the agents. And so as a security person who's implemented logging, security logging, we're always very careful to not to basically just focus on metadata versus logging information. Like if a user puts in data in the prompt, we wouldn't be logging that. We would be logging restricted to the IPs, the authentication, failures and logging and things like that. So it will be basically, like, I don't see yet a very clear path on how we can do security logging for AI systems or agentic systems, so that to our SIEMs, so that the SIEM can actually start collecting and scoring suspicious activity. Do you have any, and I know that you have kind of a demo there, but do you have any findings on how security logging can be done for agentic systems? And what kind of elements, data elements can be fed into the SIEMs?
Thank you for that question. If I'm going to be honest, I have not implemented this on my own yet, and this is something that I will do. But this research here by Wazu actually talks about having it actually talks about 97.2% accuracy that was achieved having this Wazu integrated with LLMs for detection response. So I feel this is still possible. So it's just exploration of trying to get your hands dirty in this open source tool, utilizing it for testing purposes. And it's actually open source. There's no administrative or cost overhead involved. And this is something I do plan to do in the coming weeks ahead.